Yo, what is good guys? Back here, another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my top 5 favorite SummerSlam moments. I figured that SummerSlam is tomorrow in Detroit, Michigan. Figured why not share my top 5? Before I share my top 5 favorite SummerSlam moments, would love to know what your top 5 favorite SummerSlam moments are down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. And yeah, let's get going with number 5. Number 5 is the first of two that happened before I became a WWE or wrestling fan. This one happened at SummerSlam 2000, and it was when Shane McMahon kind of climbed up the side part of the Titantron, got hit with a kendo stick, and fell. I don't know for sure how, like, height-wise, how much he fell, but probably like 50 feet kind of deal onto a crash pad. I'm assuming a bunch of them, hopefully, kind of deal. And like I said, this was like 3.5 years before I became a fan. But I remember the first time I watched that clip, as well as every other time that I watched it, it's like, holy sugar honey iced tea, did that really happen, kind of deal, and whatnot. And I can't imagine if I watched it somehow live at like 6.5 years old, I would have went bonkers, kind of deal. But yeah, that moment, Shane McMahon falling from the side of the Titantron, I don't want to say obviously he was fine. He was probably like really banged up, but he was able to still wrestle for a bunch of years after that, kind of deal. Fourth favorite SummerSlam moment is the first of a couple that were held in Toronto. This one I was unable to attend, but it is when Randy Orton wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Chris Benoit, kind of deal. And I know that the match was, to me, good, kind of deal. Watching it back years and years later, kind of deal. The reign, his first big gold belt run, wasn't the best, but like the moment of Randy Orton winning, kind of deal for myself. Again, unable to watch live, hearing it the next day or a couple of days later blew my mind. I was mad, maybe not mad, but again, I was 10 and a half. Benoit, fellow Canadian, kind of deal. Several years before Sugar Honey Iced Tea went down with them. But either way, Randy Orton winning the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time at SummerSlam 2004 is my fourth favorite SummerSlam moment. My third favorite SummerSlam moment is the second of two that happened before I became a fan, and that is Shawn, this might be weird, but Shawn Michaels' entrance at SummerSlam 2002. And for myself personally, for those who don't know, Shawn Michaels, one of my all-time favorites, easily top 5 kind of deal. And that was because of the run that he had, for myself personally, 04 up until 2010. Technically, SummerSlam 02 up until WrestleMania 26. And like I mentioned, this was before I became a fan, before I knew his first run in WWE. But when it comes to his return, Shawn Michaels, I didn't fully understand it until several years after 04. But just being able to go back and watch it is like goosebumps now, knowing and understanding kind of what happened in the last 4.5 years prior to that and whatnot. But either way, Shawn Michaels' return is my third favorite SummerSlam moment. Number 1 and number 2 are from both SummerSlam 2019, which I was able to attend, so there's going to be bias. The first one, or the one coming in at number 2, is when Seth Rollins wins the Universal title in the main event of SummerSlam 2019. Like I mentioned, I was able to see that this event in person in Toronto, kind of deal. Seth Rollins was a big reason why I went to Toronto that weekend, went to TakeOver Toronto 2. Granted, he wasn't on the card, and SummerSlam that night, but seeing him wrestle in person again, kind of deal, super cool, kind of deal. Seeing him compete for a world title, cooler, and seeing him actually beat Brock Lesnar in person, not the coolest, but coolest out of the three. Kind of deal and whatnot. Not gonna lie, might have got emotional. Kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, Seth Rollins winning the Universal Championship at SummerSlam 2019 is my second favorite WrestleMania moment of all time. And easily my favorite SummerSlam moment by quite a bit. It happened on the pre-show of SummerSlam 2019. Elias was out playing guitar, tripping Toronto. Some of this stuff I agree with, not gonna lie. And then Edge's music hit, and I was sitting in the nosebleeds. Thank goodness nobody was sitting behind me or on either side of me at that time, because I popped so gosh darn hard, kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, seeing him make the entrance, I personally was not expecting it. I know that I knew that he was in town, kind of deal, and whatnot. Wasn't actually expecting him to make an appearance, and then he speared Elias, his first physical action in a WWE ring since the night after WrestleMania 27. Like, I'm not the best at math, but like 8.5 years earlier, part of that dark match and whatnot. But yeah, easily my favorite SummerSlam moment. It would have been whether I was there or not, kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, Edge's SummerSlam spear is my favorite SummerSlam moment of all time. So those are my personal top 5 favorite SummerSlam moments. Like I said, would love to know what some of yours are down in the comments below. Tomorrow there'll be a top 5 favorite matches, kind of deal, maybe the odd other video, kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, that's my top 5. Would love to know yours down in the comments below. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. I do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's